Assalamu alaikum viewers. Communication is an art, it's a skill that we must acquire. It is the most effective means of delivering our intention. I'd like to talk about some tips regarding these communication skills and the way they can help us in delivering our message to others. The first tip in this regard is that we must only speak when speech is more potent, more profound than silence. For at times, silence is something which conveys much more that you have in mind than speaking out what you have in mind. We have to choose the time, therefore, to deliver our message. The second thing, or the second tip in this regard, is that we have to be very careful in choosing the words that we are about to employ in order to deliver our intent. So the choice of words is essential. And also, you have to realize this, that if the words are harsh, then at times the most correct of stances are ruined by harsh words. At times the words that we use might be absolutely right to convey our intention, but they can be wrongly perceived by the other person. So we have to give due regard of the perception as well. The third tip that I'd like to give is that we must not make sweeping statements when we converse with people, because it leaves the other person with no room to respond, and the line of communication more often than not breaks. The fourth tip, my dear viewers, that I'd like to give in this regard is that we must punctuate our speech with living examples or with any example, because when we make principled statements, the more articulate speakers, eloquent speakers, always try to illustrate those examples, those statements through various examples. And the fifth and final tip that I'd like to give is then when you have to criticize someone, because one of the uses of conversation is criticism. So when a critique has to be delivered, then instead of point blank telling the other person or criticizing him, we must raise the criticism or couch that criticism or reshape that criticism in the form of a question. So when a critique is changed to a question, it's it's diluted and the ego of the other person is not hurt. And finally, viewers, we need to understand that we must never break the lines of communication with anyone. Communication has to go on uninterrupted. We must never think that breaking off communication is a choice. No, it's never a choice. So these are some of the tips that I'd like to give you regarding communication skills, and I do hope that they'll prove effective for all of us. Thank you.